Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you took the time to get up and take part of the class today. And I know it's Saturday, and well, Saturdays are kind of one of those days where we can kind of lay back, take it easy, and you can do your yoga, and then you can go and have a nice big cup of coffee after. So I just want to say hi back to a few people who have checked in. I already said hi to Dottie, but I'm going to say hi again to Dottie. She's in Raleigh. And to Brenda in Montreal. Also to Lisa. Hi, Lisa. She's in Pennsylvania. And I also have Christine. And Christine is in Alexandria, Virginia. And she says she has been very busy with her new granddaughter. So also Valerie is here. Hi, Val. And she is in King George, Virginia. Connie is here. Hi, Connie. Connie's in Connecticut. And I just want to remind you about a couple of things while we are here on the class. And that is that if you haven't already subscribed to Northern Zen Yoga, you should do that. You should just press the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified whenever there's a new video that's uploaded, or also if I'm going to be giving a live class, it will give you an advance warning to remind you the time the class will start. And that way you'll always be seeing what's new and what's happening on the channel. The other thing I want to mention to you is that you should press like. Make sure if you are enjoying live video, especially yoga classes, or whatever classes that you have watched on my channel, that you press the like button. That lets me know that the content that I'm giving you is what you're looking for. And if I don't see too many likes, then I'm going to get the idea that perhaps this one was not what you were looking for. Now, the other thing I want to ask is that if you go to my Facebook page or my website, there's a way there of contacting me and sending me a message. And let me know if there is a certain type of area that you would like me to address that you have difficulty with, an area where you find that there is certain yoga poses that you just can't do, even with some of the modifications that I suggest. And let me know, because this helps me to create more content for people who might be like yourself. They may have some limitations in what they can and can't do. And until I get an idea about what that is, then I know that there's something that needs to be addressed. And unfortunately, in a yoga class, I just cannot give you all the modifications in the time allowed. So this gives me an opportunity to really work on every area that you may be having difficulty in. At the end of the class, I'll also give you a chance to ask me some questions. We'll have a little Q&A, and if you want to hang in to the end and have a question ready for me about something that you're experiencing while you're doing yoga, that is, you're worried that that's not the right thing to feel, then I'll help you with that at that time. So I think we're just about ready to begin. What time is it? I'm going to give a couple more minutes just for some of the people who are coming in a little bit late. And in the meantime, keep in mind that if you really enjoy live classes and you would like to have even a more personal experience of having a live class, that you consider becoming a member of Northern Zen Yoga. Now, in my membership, I have Zoom classes. And if you go to the website, www.northernzenyoga.com, you'll find in the drop down that says live classes calendar. And on the calendar, it will show you not only when the YouTube live classes are going to be, which will probably only be a couple a month because of my schedule, but it will give you an idea of how many other classes I do through the membership that are live classes on the Zoom. And with Zoom, you have a chance to see the other students. You have a chance to chat with them. You have a chance to chat one-on-one with me right off the bat. And it's a wonderful experience. It's much more like being in the yoga studio. Now, you have the option to keep your camera off if you don't want to be seen, and that's okay. And the other thing, too, is it's very inexpensive. So just go check that out and see if that's for you. I also have a complete library of all of the Zoom classes that we do for people to rewatch, and that is part of the membership, but they will never be shown on YouTube. Jerry is here. Jerry says, thank you for the class today. It's a little different from regular Zoom class. She loves the classes and is looking forward to more YouTube and Zoom. So it is a little different even for me, because when I'm doing a Zoom class, I'm actually talking to people through the cameras, and I can see them, they can see me. And so I feel like you're right there with me. When I'm doing this on YouTube Live, I'm actually talking to my camera. And only interpersonal thing I get is the little chat box here where people send me messages. So don't be afraid to send me a message. I love that because it makes me feel like we're here and we're connected. So let's start. I'm going to get over to my mat. And if you haven't got already set up for yourself a cushion to sit on, grab something, a blanket that you can fold up small, like I have mine here. Grab that, or grab a small low cushion and find that and put that down for you to sit on. This will help your hips to relax out a little bit more. Today's class is going to be super gentle. It's going to be one everyone can do. And if you can't get down on the floor, you can even do most of this class sitting in your chair. So get comfortable and let's get going. All right, coming into our easy pose. So for those of you that are used to listening to me, you'll know that easy pose will not probably look like my easy pose. Yours might look like this, or it might look like this, and that's okay. What you need to look for is a cross-legged position where you feel slightly uncomfortable, not in pain. We never experience pain in yoga, just the achy, stretchy feeling that we get when we are pulling muscles and getting things to stretch out. So if you're sitting like this and you feel some stretching going on around your hip joint, in your knee area, the muscles above and below the knee, then you know that you're doing it. For me, because I've been doing yoga for a long time, I'm looking a lot more like this now. But when I started yoga, I looked a lot like that. So keep in mind, yoga is a journey. You'll get there if you're persistent about it. Eventually, you'll one day go to put your legs into easy pose and they'll drop down. And you'll be in a much more yogi-looking position. So sitting nice and strong, sitting upright. Shoulders relaxed down, shoulder blades slid down your back. Your spine is nice and straight. Arms are down here, your hands resting on your lap, or they could be here in the center, whichever feels natural for you. And if you like, you can close your eyes for a moment. And just begin to focus on the breath, noticing yourself breathing in and breathing out. So we're not going to try to control the breath. We're not going to try to force anything. We're just going to notice it. We're going to notice ourselves breathing in and out. And then we're going to try to continue to breathe in and out, but only through the nose. So you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. And when thoughts come into your mind about what you should be doing, what you could be doing, just push those out of the way. Just let them go. And instead, bring yourself back to your breath. We're going to deepen the breath now. As you inhale through the nose, you're going to push your belly out to make space for your lungs to open up. And then exhale, push your belly back in, breathing out through the nose. And just do that a few more times. Nice big breath in, opening up, pushing the belly out. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, some people find when they begin to breathe like this that they cough, and that's natural and normal. Just let it cough out and then keep breathing. So we're going to begin to move with our breath now. So let's inhale the arms up. Inhale up, reaching up as high as you can today, going for touching fingers together. But be careful about lifting up and squeezing up those shoulders. Just try to keep the shoulders relaxed. We're just lifting the arms. Exhale, dropping them down. Inhale up. Exhale, drop the arms down. Inhale up, look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, dropping your chin to your chest. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, dropping chin to chest again. And let's just stop just above the mat and stretch the fingers out away from us. Try to go for that whole arm sensation of stretching right from your shoulder right to your fingertips. Stretch, stretch, stretch. It's like you're trying to reach for something, just can't quite get to it. Rotate your palms forward and begin to push the arms back slightly, bringing the shoulder blades together. Your chin is still dropped down. Just notice where you're feeling the little tugs in the muscles as you do this. Inhale. And on your exhale, let your arms relax down toward the floor. Inhale the arms up again. And this time on the exhale, we're going to do a side bend. I'm going to drop my right arm down and we're going to press it into the floor. I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to reach just overhead. Remember when you do this to push your left bottom cheek into the floor. Stretch just as much as you can. Come up slowly. Inhale the other arm up and then exhale the left hand down. And we'll stretch over to the left side this time. Push your left hand down, your right bottom cheek in, and reach. Inhale, slowly bringing that arm up. And this time on the exhale, we're going to do a nice slow twist in our seat, bringing the right hand behind us. Left hand comes down to your lap. And you notice I'm just turning my shoulder. I'm not turning my lower torso. I'm just pushing that shoulder back. And if you can and your neck allows, you can look over that shoulder. We're going to inhale and just start to straighten up a little more through the spine. Inhale, lift up your ribs. And on the exhale, see if you can push that shoulder back, just a little micro movement. And very, very slowly come right back to center. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, let's do a twist this time to the left, dropping the left hand behind you. Right hand comes down to the lap. And we're going to push the left shoulder back. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, see if you can push it back just a teensy bit more. And then if you can, turn your chin in that direction. And don't forget, keep breathing. And slowly, slowly come back to center. Inhale, stretching up and again toward the ceiling. This time on your exhale, you're going to bring both hands behind you. So we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can drop your fingers down to the floor, your knuckles down if you can reach that far, or onto your cushion. And really squeeze those shoulder blades in toward each other. We're going to feel the pull across the front of the chest as we bring the shoulders back. Take an inhale, lift up the rib cage, push into the floor. Lift up, and on your exhale, relax your head back, let your chin come up. In this position, you're going to take 3 deep breaths into your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, one big breath. Exhale, release, bring your head up. Relax your arms down. Inhale up, nice big stretch up, reach up. And this time on the exhale, we're going to bow to the earth. So we're going to bring our belly down toward the floor. Use your hands. So drop your hands down if you're feeling unstable and walk your hands away from you as you push your belly down. Not your head, just your belly, and try to keep your bottom touching your cushion or your mat. Keep pushing until you get to the place where you can't push any deeper. Stay here for just another breath. And we're going to inhale up an inch, just an inch. Exhale, push back down again. Come to where you have to stop. Inhale up just an inch. Exhale, push back down again. Once more, inhale up just a little bit, an inch, and then exhale, push down again. From here, we're just going to gently walk our hands across. You can stay up on your fingertips if you like. Just you start to feel the stretch up the side of the body, and you feel the urge to want to lift your bum up. As soon as that happens, you're going to stop. Just feel the stretch and breathe through it. And then very, very, very slowly, take your time. You're going to go all the way as far as you can to the other side. Once you feel the stretch and you feel the urge to lift up your bottom, you're going to stop. And breathe. Slowly come back to center. Staying on your hands, you're going to walk your hands back to your body, helping to push your body upright again. This is important when we're doing a forward fold, that we don't expect our back to lift us up, that we use our arms and we push ourselves up with our arm strength. We're going to switch our feet now. So we're going to take the foot that you have that's at the back of your crossed legs, and you're going to bring it to the front, and you're going to take the one that was in the front, and you're going to bring it to the back. So we're going to go through some of the sequence again, this time with our legs rearranged. And you might feel more comfortable this way, or you might feel less comfortable. Each side of your body is different. You never know which one is going to be the one that is better for you. So just go with it. So let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, let's take that side bend to the right side. Inhale, slowly bringing your arm up. Exhale, let's take a side bend to the left side. Inhale up. And on your exhale, we're going to twist, bringing the right hand behind you, left hand to your lap, and turning your chin in that direction if you can. Inhale, straighten up through the spine, lift up the ribs. And exhale, see if you can twist it back, just another little micro movement. Come back to center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twisting this time, dropping the left hand behind you, right hand to your lap. Straighten up through the spine. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale. See if you can push the twist a little deeper. Slowly come back to center. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, bring your hands behind you, pushing your fingers and your knuckles down into the floor, into your cushion. And then we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice squeeze here. Really want to feel that opening up of the ribs, opening up of the muscles across the chest. Inhale, lift up the ribs. Exhale, relax your head back and take 3 breaths. Breathing in, push into the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more big inhale. And exhale. And as you release, come back upright. Inhale the arms up again. Nice big stretch up. Exhale, bow to the earth. So drop your hands down, start walking them away from you, and let your belly drop down into your lap. So even if you're looking like this, you're still doing the same thing. Coming out, dropping your belly down. I like to stay up on my fingers because it helps give my hands and wrists a little bit of a workout. You don't have to if that's too hard for you. But take another inhale where you are and lift up just a tiny bit, just a little bit. Exhale, push back down again. Inhale, come up an inch. Exhale, push back down again. One more time, inhaling up just a little. Exhale, relax back down again. And we're going to start to walk our hands over toward our right, and we're coming into the place where we feel the stretch. And don't lift up your bum. Keep it planted down. Take a few breaths here. Very, very slowly, we're going to walk the hands as far as we can go to the other side. Find your stretch. Take an inhale and an exhale here. Take a couple more. And then slowly bringing hands back to the center. So I want you, if you're not already up on your fingertips, to get up on your fingertips, separate your hands just enough for your arms to be able to let your head pass through. And this time we're going to push down our belly, and then we're going to pull our head toward the floor. Walk the hands back toward your body. Push yourself upright again. Inhale the arms up. Nice big stretch up. Palms together. So if you can't press palms together, touch fingertips together, and as you come down, start to bring the palms closer together. If you can't make it because your hands can't do that, don't worry. Just keep the intention there. Push down, push down. And we're going to bring our palms down in front of the chest. This is called Namaste, or prayer position. And we're going to close our eyes for a moment and just feel our body. Yoga is about being aware, about being connected to the body and to feel what the body feels. Quite often we're very disconnected from our bodies. Only pain is a sensation we recognize. Instead, let's feel those tingling energies passing through from moving. And you can shake out your wrists. Staying in a seated position, we're going to come into the half butterfly. So for me, the half butterfly looks like this. For you, it might look quite different. This could be your half butterfly. Your leg could be even up this high. If you're having a difficulty with the opening up of the hip, in this particular position, you can always put another pillow or blanket or a block to help to give it some support. If your problem is that you can't compress your leg together close because of your knee joint, you're just going to bring your heel as close as you can get to your body, and then you can actually feel the knee, the muscle stretching, but you're not feeling pain. So wherever that is, from here to here, is fine with me. So the leg is right out in front of us. You can point your toe up. This will increase hamstring stretch. If that feels like too much before you've even folded forward, point your toe out this way. That will relax the hamstrings a little more. So let's take the same approach as we did in the forward fold before. We're going to be bringing our belly to our lap. So let's inhale and lengthen up a bit through the spine. And on your exhale, you're just going to focus on pushing your belly down toward your leg, not your head. So once you get into position and you feel that tug, you feel like, I don't think I should go any further, that's where we're going to stop. You're going to push your hands or your fingertips into the floor. You're going to come up just an inch. Inhale up. Exhale, relax down. Push into the floor, lift up just an inch from that spot. Exhale, relax back down. One more inch. Come up an inch or two. Exhale, relax back down again. Notice if you've come down deeper. There's a mechanics of the body that when we repeat a movement a couple of times, each time the body will relax deeper into the movement. And that's why we do this. We do this to help you to get further into the stretch. So take a few breaths here. Feel what you're feeling, stretching. Most likely it's the back of your leg. Up, for me, it's up in the thigh area. For you, it might be down farther into the leg. Maybe it's in your back. Push into the floor. Inhale up, all the way up again. Shake out your leg. And then we're going to switch sides. So every side's different. So this side may feel better. It might feel worse than the other side. Going into the stretch. Once again, we're bringing our belly to our thigh. We're not bringing our head down anywhere. So let's inhale and lengthen up. Exhale. Drop your belly down. Walk your hands out for support. And find your stopping place. Inhale up just an inch. Exhale, relax down a little deeper. Inhale up just an inch. Exhale, relax yourself down some more. Last one, inhale up an inch. Exhale, relax down again. And breathe, take a few breaths here. In this leg, I feel the stretch coming down through the back of the knee. If you're feeling that, you're doing it. So push into the floor. Inhale as you come up. Shake your leg out. We're going to extend out both legs this time, but we're going to keep a soft knee bend. So if you don't have anything that you could shove underneath here, you're going to have to try to keep your knees in a slightly bent position. So for me, I'm going to put this block here, just to give you an idea that this is not required to have your legs out straight. So instead, we're trying to reach for our toes and we're trying to stretch our back. So the sensation you should be feeling is more in your back than anywhere else. You still may feel a little stretch in the hamstrings, but let's inhale and reach up, really lengthen up through the body. Remember, we're still just bringing our belly down toward our legs. So inhale, stretch up. Exhale, press your belly down toward your legs. Reach out as far as you can. So for you, you might reach anywhere below your knees, to your toes, to the bottom of your feet. Wherever you're at, once you've grabbed it, you're going to pull and try to press your belly down into your legs or between your legs till you get a nice stretching sensation in your lower back area. Take a few breaths here. Deep, deep breaths. And then slowly coming back up again. Take your, whatever you had under your legs out of the way, shake your legs out. And we're going to come into butterfly. So butterfly is the one where you're focusing on trying to pull your heels as close as you can get it to your body. So your butterfly might look like this, and that's okay. Or your butterfly might start to look a little more like mine. Even in butterfly, my knees don't touch the ground. I can definitely feel things stretching in the inner thigh area. So as long as you're wherever you're at, you're feeling that stretchy feeling sensation in your thighs, you're okay. So just let the knees relax out to wherever they are. You can grab your feet if you like. And then we're just going to bounce and flutter our butterfly wings gently. Just give them a little bounce. And we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to stop bouncing for a second. We're going to inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to start to press those knees down toward the floor. Pressing them down, pushing them toward the floor. Inhale up and then just let them bounce a little bit. Stop, inhale. Exhale, start to push the knees toward the floor. As long as you're feeling it, remember you're doing it. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Inhale up, bounce a little bit more just to relax them out. And then we're going to slide the heels away from us so that we have at least this much space between our body and our heels. So you can have more, but not less. This is called Cobbler Pose. This is a little bit different than butterfly. So in Cobbler Pose, we actually open up the feet. So this might be difficult for some of you, but if you're able to rotate your ankles so that the bottoms of your feet are facing toward the ceiling as much as you can get them to, like a book, like opening up a book. So we're going to also be thinking about bringing our belly down into the space between our body and our heels. So nice flat back. Let's stretch up, lengthen up through the spine. And on the exhale, just focus on bringing your belly down toward the floor. A lot of stretching going on. Just get to the place where you feel like this is it. I can't go any further. I'm going to go into pain. That's where you stop. So we're just going to come up an inch. And then we're going to relax back down again. Take a breath here. Inhale up an inch. Exhale, relax back down again. Inhale up again, 1 inch. Exhale, relax down again. And then have a look at your feet. And imagine one day putting your face there. Not today, but one day. Pushing into the floor or into your legs, you're going to come up to the upright position. Help your knees up. Stretch them out. Just lean back on your hands, stretch your legs out. And then we're just going to windshield wiper our toes side to side. This will just release some of the tension in your hip joint. So as we do this, let's slow it down and let's try to push our feet over as far as we can to the right and then push them as far as they can go over to the left. And I apologize if my feet bottoms are dirty, but I'm a barefoot walker. It's kind of ground in there. And we're going to see if we can go a little bit further each time. This is to do with the rotation of your hip joint. Nothing else. So one side, it might rotate better. The other side, it might not. You might be better at rotating internally, which is into the center, or you might be better at rotating externally, which is over to the side. So let's just separate our feet a little wider, and we're going to turn the toes in toward each other, and then we're going to turn the toes away from each other. So turning the toes in, And your knees should not be involved with this. It should not be affected at all. This is all coming from the hip joint. So you should be feeling this if anywhere in your hips. Turn the toes in and turn the toes out. And then bring them back to a neutral position. Shake them out. And then we're going to come on to hands and knees. So this part, if you're sitting in a chair, you can get up and you can put your palms of your hands into the seat of the chair and use that as the mat with your feet on the ground. So coming into cat-cow. Cat-cow. Hands are nicely spread apart. Fingers are well spread apart. Got lots of contact with your mat. Your knees are separated about a fist width apart. And we're nice flat back right now, but when we come into the cow position, we're going to lift our head and lift our tailbone. So if you have issues with your lumbar area, just focus on lifting the head and just gently lifting the tailbone. Try not to engage this area too much. So when lifting the head, you're just stretching the neck and the upper back. If you're able to, you're going to drop your belly. If this is available to you, drop your belly down a bit, lift that tailbone up. And on your exhale, you're going to tuck your tailbone in and curl the top of your back. So push into your hands if you have low back issues, so that the arch is happening up in the top of the back and not here. If you are not one of the people that have issues, you're going to tuck your tailbone, you're going to tuck your head, you're still going to push into the ground, but you're going to take that stretch much more into an arch across the whole back. Inhale the cow, exhale the cat. Inhale the cow, exhale into cat. Once more, inhale the cow. Really take an extra breath here. Exhale into cat. Push all the air out. And then we're going to come into a cat stretch. So if your wrists are getting a bit tender from being pressed into, just give them a shake, get some circulation back in there. So cat stretch is opposite arm and leg. So if you have your right arm stretched out, your left leg is stretched behind you. And you can still do this with a chair. You would have your left hand planted in the seat of the chair, and then you can reach for the back of the chair with this hand and stretch your back leg out. Switch sides. Left hand, right leg. So you're not going for lifting that leg up to the sky. It's just straight out behind you. Look forward, helps you to balance. Let's drop it down and stretch again. Inhale, stretch it out. Tighten your belly up when you're doing this. It helps with your balance. Exhale, drop it down. One more time on the other side. Nice big stretch. Exhale, drop it down. We're going to come into child pose. So we're going to go into the wide leg child pose. The toes are touching, knees are wide apart. Start walking your hands back, pushing your bottom back toward your heels. So in child pose, quite often people who have knee issues, they have issues with this. So remember, you can get a block, you can get a blanket, you can put that between your thighs if you like, or you can just go back as far as you can. So let's say, for example, you can only go back this far. Now when you start to bring your head down, you have to keep that bottom right where it is. So you're going to bring stuff up toward your head. That can be a block, that can be your hands, it could be anything. Pile of books. This is child pose if you feel your back stretching and you feel your thighs stretching. So for me, this child pose looks like this. For you, it could look anywhere from here, here. And maybe you still can't bring your head down unless your bottom comes up. So find your child pose. And while you're in child pose, take a few deep breaths here. Child pose is considered a resting posture in yoga. So try to find rest here. Try to find a little bit of peace and quiet in your mind. Slowly come back up onto all fours. So we're going to come into the downward facing dog, everyone's nemesis. So stretch your hands out in front of you, tuck your toes under. We're not going to be here long. Just lift up your hips, push against your hands, drop your head between your arms, and have a look at your legs. And your knees can be bent, your knees can be straight, whatever works for you. Then look at your hands and start to walk your feet in that direction, trying to keep your hands in contact as long as you can with the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. And then start to straighten up the legs just a little bit and dangle. So here again, if you have a block can become the floor. It has lots of sides. The object is to try to bring your belly into your lap, not your head anywhere. And let your body weight now stretch you out. If you're able to touch the floor, think about standing on your fingers. If you're a little bit off the floor, just lace your arms together and let that extra weight start to drag you down, stretch out your spine. We're going to come up from this position in a nice, gentle reverse swan dive. So the back is kept nice and straight. We're going to come up to a halfway lift. So we're going to place our hands on our thighs, lift our head up, throw your arms out, keep your back nice and straight, push into your feet, bend your knees if you need to, and lift your body up and reach up. And then exhaling into prayer. To prayer position. And now we're going to come into the mountain pose. So the mountain pose is a really strong standing pose. We're going to lift up our toes. We're going to plant the bottoms of our feet down. So you should be able to feel the ball of your foot making contact on both sides and the entire surface of your heel pressing down. So in order to do that, you're going to have to engage the muscles in your legs and press into the floor. Start tightening up the muscles in your bum, in your belly, in your torso. Push down. Once you get the sensation of your foot is planted down, drop your toes down and grip into the mat. We're going to relax our shoulders down, let them slide down our back here. Bring our arms down, palms facing forward, reaching for the floor, spreading your fingers. Chin now is level to the floor. So you're looking straight ahead and you're going to smile. And you can close your eyes here and notice how immediately your body starts working on not falling over. But breathe here and feel what you feel. Feel the energy flowing through you. So we're just going to add a little more to that energy. We're going to bring our fingers together, coming into prayer. We're going to push up, inhaling up toward the ceiling. Exhale, drop your right hand down. Let's take a side bend to the right side. And we're just going to stretch it out. Stretch. Reach for the floor and reach for the other side of the room. Inhale nice and slow. Bring that arm up. Exhale, tipping over to the left side this time, dropping the left arm down and reach in both directions, stretching it out. Inhale, nice and slow, reaching up, coming upright again. And on this exhale, we're going to push our belly forward, tip back just a little bit, take a little back bend. Inhale, come back up again, stretch up. And we're going to reverse the swan dive. So now as we exhale, we're going to throw our arms out, come flat back, all the way down to the halfway position. We're going to throw the arms forward and then exhale, folding into forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Palms against your thighs. Inhale, lift up your head. Have a look. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, let's reverse that swan dive. Inhale, throwing the arms out, pushing into the floor. Bend the knees a little bit. Nice flat back, coming all the way up. Inhale and exhale into prayer. So we're going to do that 2 more times. And each time I'm going to tell you less instruction. So inhale, pushing up. Exhale, side bend to the right side. Nice big stretch. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, side bend to the left side. Inhale up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse your swan dive. Exhaling into prayer. We're going to repeat that 1 more time, and I'm not going to say a word, so just close your eyes and go through it. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift. Fold. Reverse. Exhaling into prayer. And then into mountain pose. Remember mountain pose. Press your feet down. Strengthen up the legs and the belly. Bring the arms back. Close your eyes and smile. Feel your energy now. We're going to do this once more, and that's just to get us down to the floor. So let's bring our palms together. Inhale, push up. Side bend to the right side. Inhale up. Side bend to the left side. Inhale up. Back bend, exhale. Inhale up. And then exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Fingertips are going to reach for the mat, so bend your knees as much as you need to. Start planting your palms down, walk your feet back, come back into that down dog just for a brief second. Drop your knees down to the floor, push back into your child pose. Wide leg child pose if you like. Take a few breaths here. And then you're going to come up and come onto your bum. And we're going to come down nice and slow. Very, very slow. You're going to come down onto your bottom. Bringing your head down to the mat. If you need a pillow here, grab your blanket that you were sitting on. Just put it behind your head. And then let your shoulders start to melt down toward the floor. Now, you might want to bring your knees up and just start to rock on your back gently. Especially if your back is feeling a little bit curvy. You can rock side to side, or you can go in circles. I like going in circles with my knees. So I'll go one way for a little bit, and then I'll go the other way. And that really helps to soften up the low back. Plant your feet down. Let your shoulders relax down. Take a few deep breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just letting your body settle in. Lift your feet up off the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop your knees over to the left. So you roll right on your left hip if you like. But keep your right shoulder on the floor, or your arm, complete arm on the floor. Don't worry about the gap. Depending on how your hips are configured, this might be closed, this might be wide open. As long as you're feeling a nice little stretch in around your hip joint, you're fine. Look to the right and breathe. Deep breaths. You can let them go through your mouth if you like. Inhale, let's lift our knees back up again, rock on your back. Exhale, drop the knees this time over to the right and look to the left. And just breathe here. Let that left shoulder relax down to the floor. Bring your knees back up to center. Roll on your back a little bit more. And if you'd like, you could try happy baby. So you grab your ankles or your shins or your big toe and bring the flat soles of your feet toward the ceiling and just rock. This is a little hard on the low back, so if you've got low back issues, probably not a good idea. Unless you got a really nice cushy mat. And then we're going to stretch ourselves out for Shavasana. So in Shavasana, we go to have a little nap. So make sure you're feeling very comfortable. Make sure your head is comfortable. You can pull a blanket over you if you like, in case you start to get cold. Let everything melt down. Let your feet flop. Let your arms relax out. Take up lots of space. And let your palms face upwards so that your fingers can relax and curl, ready to receive. And let your jaw relax. Let your eyes relax. And then start to relax the breath. Let the breath become shallow. And finally, take your mind to a place where you feel most at peace and go and just spend time there. Let go of all other thoughts. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, gently waking your body back up again. And then give yourself a nice stretch. Stretch your body out. Full body stretch. Then bring your knees up and give yourself a nice big hug. Hug your body. Say, thank you, body. And then roll over to one side, and I'm going to give you a few more moments in this position. This position is where you just feel what you're feeling. This is for you, this moment. No demands, no expectations. Just you and you. And then very slowly, taking your time, you're going to come to an upright position. Give you some time to do that. So generally I close my class by chanting one Om. It's up to you if you want to join me or not. So I take a breath in and a breath out, and then I inhale for Om. So if you'd like to follow me, let's inhale, exhale, inhaling for Om. Rub your hands together, generate some energy, some chi, some prana. As you do this, think of the places inside you that could use some healing energy. Maybe it's your body, maybe it's your heart, maybe it's just your soul today. Close your eyes, place your palms over your closed eyes, and when you breathe in, open them, sending that energy right down through your body. On your exhale, palms to ceiling, sending the rest of your energy out to the universe. But scoop up just a little bit and bring it back for heart center. Namaste. Now I'm going to come over to closer to the computer, and if you have questions or anything you would like to comment or say, now's the time. I'll stay here as long as it takes to answer the questions. So let's chat. All right, I grabbed something to drink if you don't have it handy. I always like to have a drink after I do my yoga, and I got my tea right here waiting for me. So Gina, I missed her live class again. Sorry you did that. Thank you, Connie. We'll see you on Zoom. Connie is one of my members on Zoom. Don't forget before you leave to make sure you say you liked the class if you did. No questions out there today? I'll give you a few minutes because I know that the typing and the sending feed is a little delayed process on it. So don't forget, Northern Zen Yoga on Facebook. Join. And if you are visiting my website, www.northernzenyoga.com, check and a calendar that tells you when even the live YouTube classes are going to be held. The next one will be on Sunday, and I believe it's the 26th this month. So Sunday the 26th. Hopefully I got that date right. And if not, it's whatever that Sunday is. And I'll be seeing you then again at 10 o'clock. So keep that in mind. Mark that on your calendar. Thank you, Lisa, Jerry, and Dottie. And they are all members of Northern Zen Yoga. And they also join the Zoom classes. So a lot of people are on the membership. Lots of people to meet and to get to know all over the world. You're welcome, Dottie. You're welcome, Valerie. I hope, Valerie, you're feeling better. I know that Valerie's been not too well lately, so I hope she's feeling better. She's doing her yoga. She must be feeling better. So if you enjoyed this class and you want to watch it again, it should be shortly uploaded. I don't know how long the upload time is going to take for YouTube today, but it's going to be uploaded to the channel so that if you enjoyed this particular sequence, you can always revisit it on Northern Zen Yoga channel. Have a wonderful weekend to you too, Lisa. See you Monday. Maybe. Lisa works, so she doesn't always get to play hooky. You're welcome, Brenda. Consider being a member. You're Canadian. Join. Get to have more classes that way. Anyway, no questions are coming my way. Sure, there's nothing you want to ask me about before I say goodbye and sign off? Now's the time. This is question period, so if you have a question. Well, I'm not seeing any questions coming, so I'm going to say goodbye to you and to see you next time. So remember, the next class is Sunday. It's in a couple of weeks, and it's, I believe, the 26th of September at 10 a.m. So we're going to try a Sunday morning. Every time I'm going to try a different day and see which days are the best. So far, this was a pretty good turnout for Saturday morning, especially going into winter. People don't have as much stuff on their agenda. So I will see you later. Bye for now. Take care.